Hi guys, welcome back to Uncle Khan's Geek Cave. Today I will be reviewing the Marvel Select Age of Ultron Black Widow Special Collector Edition action figure. I pre-ordered this guy back in March from BBTS, and today it finally came in. So I'm going to share my reactions to the figure with you guys as soon as we get this box open. But first, let's look at the box. We have all the Marvel Select Avengers, Age of Ultron, the Black Widow. You have a little picture of the Avengers right over here, Avengers logo. The usual type of packaging for the Marvel Select figures. A huge plastic transparent screen so you can see the figure inside. Over here we have a very nice picture of Scarlett Johansson as the Black Widow. Back here we have some of the other figures available in the line. We have the Hulk, we have Thor, and we have the Black Widow, which is not actual figure. That's one of those illustrations from when they put out the posters and publicity stills and all that stuff. Another picture of the Avengers. Oh, there's nothing on this side, nothing on the bottom, and back to the front. So let's get this box open and see what we got. Okay, here she is out of the box, Natasha Romanoff, aka the Black Widow. Okay, wow, right off the bat, I have a few problems with this figure right out of the package. First one being how crappy her holster is. Look at this. First time she has a holster and a gun, but the gun barely fits in that holster. All you have to do is move her and that thing will just fall out. I'm thinking obviously they did not match the type of gun to the type of holster, and that happens every single time, and there's no way of pushing that gun in there any deeper, so it just sits there, and if you move her slightly, boom, falls right out. Second thing I have about this figure that I'm not liking is the paint applications. The paint application on this is, I don't know, it's sloppy or lazy or just a bit of both. Natasha has a different skin tone on her face than she does on her chest. Her face is clearer, her chest is darker. And not only that, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, the paint application on her chest is really, really bad. It's splotchy and it's rough and it has little black spots everywhere. The one on her face is, I don't know if I would say great, but at least doesn't have like dark freckles all over it. And yeah, what's really disappointing to me is that I waited for this figure since March. I pre-ordered this figure because I was, trying to complete my collection of Avengers, of Marvel Select sized Avengers, which are taller than the Marvel Legends. And I've been waiting for it because I saw the pictures and I said, well, the figure, this piece looks nice. Wow. Very, very disappointed with this figure for those reasons. And one of the hands, I was trying to change her hands because that's part of her accessory. She includes 2 extra hands in trigger holding positions for her one gun, and she has the little gun right over here, and she has these electric batons, which were featured prominently in the trailers if I remember correctly, but they never appeared in the movie. But they wanted to use them somehow, so let's just put them in a toy. Here it is. Here she is with her batons, which she never used in the movie, and she has nowhere to put them on her person. No holsters, nothing to hold these things. So either she's holding them or she's not. So let's go into articulation in a second. Okay, articulation. That is the one feature on this figure that I am really pleased with. The moment I took it out of the box, I could see she was really limber. Everything moves really well. This is a well articulated piece right over here, okay? Let's start with her head. She does do a full Linda Blair. She can't look back all that much because the hair hinders the movement. Her looking down isn't all that great either. She does have a pretty decent ab crunch. Her arms do 360. They go up about this much. It's a single jointed elbow, so you only get a 90-degree bent right there. No waist swivel at all. Her legs, she does a full Van Damme. They go up about this high, and they go back about this high. She does have a thigh swivel right here. She does have double jointed knees, so you can get really good bending there. She does have a shin swivel inside the boot, so you can do this. It looks pretty cool. And something they did with the shoes that I'm really pleased with, so she can have ankle pivot. The shoe is divided in two segments. You have the back part and the front part. Everything from here on, from this strap forward, moves independently from the rest of the shoe. So you have this pretty cool ankle pivot, as you can see right here. That's pretty ingenious. I like that. So yeah, the figure is really well articulated. I like that part about it so far. As I usually do when I talk about figures that are based on actors. Now, does this look like Scarlett Johansson? Physically, yes, I'd have to say that they got the physique pretty well. She does resemble her everywhere around. Yeah, it looks like her. Does it look like her face? The general shape of her face is there. They got the nose correctly, I believe. The mouth looks pretty much like hers. The eyes, it's a $22 figure, so it's not a Hot Toys. So features are usually a little vague when it comes to the eyes. That's where they usually lose the essence of the actor portraying the character. The rest of her looks okay, I believe. And let's move on in the review. So far I'm liking it about, I'd say 30%. So let's move on. Black Widow stands at approximately 6.5 inches. Here she is compared to the Marvel Legends Black Widow from Captain America: The Winter Soldier. This figure, amazingly, is so much more detailed. The uniform has so much more detail than this new Age of Ultron one that it just boggles my mind. I mean, you could put that much detail into this small figure, and the big one, you know, and I believe that this one actually looks more like Scarlett than this one. So there you go, side by side. I'm still leaning towards this one as my favorite version of the Black Widow, the Scarlett Johansson Black Widow, that is. Okay, do I like this figure? Well, I am disappointed. I'm disappointed with the quality of the figure, of the specifically the paint application of the figure, with the mismatching paints for the face and the chest, the dullness in this area of her body where it's all blotchy, and yeah, the paint application on this is really lazy. I don't want to call it crappy, but it's bordering on that. One important thing I forgot, it does include this base right over here. It's a diorama kind of base. It has a bunch of features on it, spools of cable, boxes, some sandbags back here. None of this stuff is removable. It's stuck to the base, and it's a nice feature because you can probably use it on another figure if you want, for a picture or whatever you want to pose him. But yeah, that's a nice feature. The figure itself is the big disappointment from my point of view. I mean, especially since I've been waiting for this since March. I was expecting a little more. So yeah, if I were to give it out of 10 Black Widows being the top, I'd give this figure maybe 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10 Black Widow spiders. It's okay, it's not great. It's not really worth the wait I had to endure. But yeah, if you want to complete your Marvel Select Avengers collection, then yes, I guess go ahead and get her. But yeah, 4 spiders, 4 Black Widow spiders. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, and I will be seeing you next time around. Live long and prosper, my friends.